2 more minutes. Do this because this is how I'm going to start the meeting next week, Thursday also. Some people are hiding. Mr. Rodney, where are you? Alhaji Taofik Oduwaye, where are you? Mr. Obafemi, where are you? Some people are dodging this thing. So let me look for them up and down. Mr. Christian Ebotan, where are you? At least there are some people, even if you mention 2, I'll just assume you have registered yourself and you have registered your spouse. So how many people have you registered? How many people have you registered? So I'm still waiting for response. Okay, how many people? VOA, how many have registered? Who else wants to go? All these numbers that I'm seeing. Do you know that putting all these numbers together, they're not able to work? Imagine the target we set for ourselves 2 weeks ago is that each person should bring 100. And we have less than 10 days, less than 9 days to the event. Nobody has even done up to half. Mr. Rodney, 12 and more. 12. No, you are supposed to be doing 120 now. So what happened to all your old student association, alumni? Those of you that have versed, leave your alumni group. Go and join the alumni group back so that you can invite them for this event that is going to bless their life. Okay? Mr. Olanrewaju, how many people have you registered? Mr. Gostine, Mrs. Anu, Mrs. Eyitayo, Mrs. Omolola Ajayi, Madam Yetunde Okun, how many people have you registered? Some people are just quiet. I'll just assume that they've not registered anybody. Mr. Olamilekan Ajibeshi, how many people have you registered? I'm waiting for response. We have 10 seconds to do this. How many people have you registered? Okay, because of time, let's just bring OC on board so that we'll come back to this again. Mr. Ogunfowora, 10 and counting. No, you have to add 10. 10 cannot cut it for us, please. 10 can't cut it. Minimum is 100. So you have only scored 10%. 10 over 100 is not pass mark in any exam, please. Okay, so let's bring OC on board so that we can continue from where we start last week. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Right, everyone, how you all doing? You can hear me loud and clear. Please type 5 if you can hear me loud and clear, just to be sure you can hear me. Please type 5 if you can hear me loud and clear. All right, so in less than 9 days, it will be Mega Housing Summit, and this event has been put together to do, it's a double-edged sword, to do 2 things for you. And it's important that we all understand the why, so we can take full advantage. Rather than tell people, come and buy, tell people to come and get blessed, tell people to come and get inspired, tell people to come and get trained, tell people to come and learn. And that if they know better, they will do better. Okay? Our events are double-edged swords, especially big ones like this. The annual ones, those annual events are double-edged sword. They help you to recruit. They also help you to acquire customers. So some of the people you would invite or you get them to register would have the opportunity of becoming partners, and then they'll be all under you. And then some of them will have the opportunity of becoming customers, and automatically, once they register with your link, it's tied to you. Any business they do with Lifepage now and in the future will be attributed, to you. So let's take full advantage of this opportunity and not blow it. um, to pull off an event of this nature, even though it is online, it's costing a lot of money. It's costing tons of money. I can't begin to tell you how much you have spent or we are spending. You can't bring a caliber of Dr. Lumide Emmanuel for an event like this, and then you just do one shot D job. The fact that it's online does not mean it is cheap. A lot of people don't even realize. So a lot is going into it, and it's going to be of tremendous blessings to them. So, and then again, like I've shared before, these events, we are not doing much of, before this event, emphasis for us is not on come and buy. Emphasis for us, just attend the event, because it will be disservice to anybody you know to buy anything now when they could actually get better deals at the event. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, because there are deals that have been packaged exclusively for those who are attending the event. More so, everyone attending the event will also be getting a very special gift from us. We already announced to us that we're releasing the real estate book, and that book is going to be a talk of town. It's going to, the book is going to break international barriers. It's going to break all sorts of barriers, and it's going to help a lot of people, wherever they are. So do everything you can to get people into that event, because there's so much that awaits them. Okay. So we began the series on scaling your income as a realtor, and part of the things we established that it is one level to make money, all right? And you can do that on your own as long as you connect buyer to seller, as long as you solve problems for people, as long as you meet needs, as long as you add value to people's lives, you would make money. But that's where a lot of people get stuck, because somewhere along the line, they run out of, they exhaust their network, they exhaust their market, okay? And in this business, knowing that it's a business of trust, it's a business of people, you then realize that when you run out of market, you exhaust your network, then you now need to leverage other network. And that's where recruiting comes in. That's where team building comes in. And we've been on this series now for a while. And so we started by establishing what a team really is, what a group is, difference, and all of that. We went on to describe the fundamentals of team building. It took us the whole of last month to finalize that. And then beginning this month, we started with looking at how do you build a formidable team? How do you build a formidable team? And then we came across, or we began talking about the concept called recruiting intelligence. And we began looking at what is recruiting. Then we went on to look at why recruits, right? And then we wrapped that up last week, Thursday. So today I want to see if I can dive in a little deeper and look at, when do you recruit? Now you know why. You know why you should recruit. But when should you recruit? When? At what point in the course of your business should you recruit? When should you recruit? What are the signals? What are the pointers? What are the things that should point you to recruiting? And I can tell you this for free. Most people who do big, who do well in this business, are actually people, they are people focused. They are people focused. Those who disregard people, those who do not pay attention to people, are the ones who don't really do well in this business. So if you really, really want to scale out, you can't keep to yourself. You can't be pursuing only for yourself. Okay? So when do you recruit? Let's look at that. The first, and when you should recruit, is when when or before you are tired of low sales outcomes. When you are tired, or before you are tired of low sales outcomes. Don't wait till your sales is low. All right. But if peradventure your sales outcome is low, that is a signal to when you should recruit. We established that when you recruit, when you recruit, it's one of the key benefits and one of the reasons you should recruit. We said it multiplies your productive hours, isn't it? So when your sales outcome, you look at your business and you see that this thing is not producing at the pace, at the level it should be producing, recruit. When you look at your overhead, you look at your expenses, look at all the obligations. I mean, somebody still reached out to me, during this week, and then was asking me that, looking at some of my videos. And for those of you who have not been following me on Instagram, you want to do well to follow, right? At Oladipupo Clem. I've been posting a couple of videos in recent time. Rather, my team has been doing that for me. Okay, so he said, following some of my recent videos, and by the way, Rodney, thank you so much. I see your comment, I see your likes and all of that. So occasionally when I'm less busy, I just go there, go and check what is happening in the social media space. Go and check what's going on. So the guy said, so what do you suggest when you're encouraging people to save? He said, what if the money is not enough? What if the money is not enough to save? You are not what is coming in cannot even meet your obligation, and you are saying I should save. What? What do I do? I smiled. Now, this guy that I was talking to is a multi-millionaire. So I smiled. I said, for that type of a question to come from you, I can imagine how many millions of Nigerians will have that type of a thought in their mind. And I told him something that I told someone. And I'm going somewhere because when you see that, okay, your expenses outweigh your income, recruit. That's what I'm simply saying. But I'm trying to give you a background to what led me to why I said that. So I told the gentleman, I said, years ago, I was invited to speak at Chrisland. I was invited to come and teach, to train their teachers, on, investments and creating wealth and all of that. And by the time we were done, it was fire, how do we call it now? It was coated with fire, as in so much passion, so much energy was, transmitted. And as soon as I was done, one of the teachers, a woman, ran after me and said, man, that was hot. And then she said, okay, so I just wanted to find out something very important. It's been on my heart for a long time. He said, when are we eventually going to be free from having to save, invest, and all of that? And I said to the woman, I said, whether you save and invest or not, the money will still not go round. Expenses, no, they finish. Wants, no, they finish. Problem, no, they finish. If you like, spend everything you have, your problem is still waiting for you in front of you. Your issues is still waiting for you in front of you. They say, so save so that you can be safe. So I told the same gentleman, I said, once you prioritize that, everything else that is left is what you then rely on. But why did I bring that here? Once your expenses is higher than your income, it's a signal. As a realtor, it's a signal you need to recruit. Hello, you have been doing the work all by yourself. How far? How many places can you be part-time? How many hours can you work part-time? If multi-millionaires is asking me such a question, I wonder what thousandaires or thousandaire should do. So please, when you are tired of low income, low sales, recruit. And this is my recommendation, especially for those of you who are just joining. Don't wait till, like I say all the time, your bank statement is your report card. If you don't like the way your bank statement is looking, recruit. I'm just trying to drive this message on, because when I say sales outcome, sometimes people don't understand it. I need to take it to your bank statement, take it to expenses, take it to your income. When should you recruit? When you work more than you earn. When your input is not commensurate with your output, you are laboring like elephants, but feasting and earning like ants. Recruit. You see, this business, a lot of the people who are doing it and are making it, I'm sharing their secrets. Well, I should say, I'm sharing our secret with you. This is our secret. By the grace of God, we pioneered multi-level marketing in real estate. There was no multi-level marketing, network marketing in real estate when we started. We pioneered it. Forget any grammar. I don't care where you belong, which real estate company. A lot of real estate companies have adopted that now. But we pioneered it. And we found the key, because for somebody to part with their hard-earned funds, you need to be known, right? You need to be known. So we had to leverage, again, I mean, we didn't even have money to be doing billboard care. That's impossible. From where to where? To do newspaper ads. With which money? All those branding, go on TV, go and do 60-second ad on CNN is $500,000. I was speaking with my mentor the other day, and we were saying, we're talking about one TV station that he went. He said, just to appear on that TV, what they call it now, Your View. I think he said 5 million or 10 million, just to appear for 10, 15 minutes. Hello? Go to channels, go and find out. So the easier path. So we created the network marketing from a standpoint that, okay, the money we would have paid to media houses, TV stations, paid to the people that give us business. Does that make any sense? So that it is now result oriented. Does that make any sense? That was what informed the structure and the model. So again, we also created a new business opportunity for people who are dreaming of going into the real estate space in themselves. We also helped to deal with unemployment. So when you work more than you earn, you need to recruit. Is somebody following this at all? When next should you recruit? Number 3, when you need new markets, you have exhausted the ones you have. You now want to explore new markets. You know, one of the things that I have personally learned in business is that, you know, and I've seen this play out again and again and again and again and again and again. And this is the way it works. You take an existing product, an old product, you take it to new markets. And then you take new products, you take it to an existing market. Every time in business, this is a two strategic formula that never fails. Take a new product to an existing market. In other words, your existing database, they have not seen this one before. You take that new product to them. So if you have existing markets, when we do a new launch of a product, you take it to those people. So if you have 100 people, you have 1,000 people, you have 5,000 people, you have 10,000 people, you take a new product, you take it to that market. But guess what? If you need new market and you still have inventory of old product, you carry that old product, you take that old product, you take it to new markets. So it's a question of old products to new markets, new products to existing market or old market. Does that make any sense? So whenever you need new market, recruit, because that's your gate pass. That's your access. That's your password into new markets. Every new person you recruit is a gate pass into a new market, into meet people or to know people or to get in contact with people that you would never have known before. I spoke to you about the 3 to 6 degree of separation. Everybody is 3 to 6 people away from your next major breakthrough. Everybody. Every one of us. Somebody that knows 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 somebody. And you may not need to know the remaining 2 to 5, but you just need one person that knows those other people. Does that make any sense? So you are one recruit away from your next major breakthrough. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So every time you fail at this recruiting, you are essentially prolonging your struggle. You know, one of my friends, it was the CFO for a conglomerate, manufacturing conglomerate at a point in time before he moved to another firm. And I recall we were just gisting. He's a chartered accountant and he's very, very smart guy. Very, very smart guy. And while we were discussing years ago, he said, do you realize that whenever you lose a sale, somebody else has made a sale? Guess what? The market you failed to access or harness today is being taken over by somebody else. So when you need new markets, what should you do? Recruit. We have shared it time and time again. It's even easier to tell people to come and make money than to tell them to come and pay or to come and buy. Isn't that true? When should you recruit? When your targets are not met. This is 2025. This is October 16, 2025. And all of us on this call, you would agree with me that many of the goals you set, that's if you had the goal in the first place. But you have not cleared all those goals yet. The question we should be asking ourselves is, what would you do differently? How would you make up for the targets not met between January and today, the rest of the year? When targets are not met, recruit. Listen, this is something that we have proven again and again. Listen, in this business, there are 5 job descriptions. And I like to reiterate these things from time to time so that people will understand. I like to reiterate even our purpose as a company, as a business. I like to reiterate what our visions are. All these are very important because sometimes you think everybody remembers. Some people don't. So let me mention those 5 job descriptions. And the people who make it in this business focus on these 5. Number 1 is recruiting. Number 2 is prospecting. Number 3 is site inspection. Number 4 is follow-up. Number 5 is close the sale. Number 1 is recruiting. Number 2 is prospecting. Number 3 is site inspection. Number 4 is follow-up. Number 5 is close the sale. Those are job descriptions. Why am I making that? Why am I drawing your attention to that? A lot of us are distracted. And the things that are not moving the needle is getting a bulk of our attention, and the things that move the needle is getting the least of our attention. Money flows in the direction of energy. Where energy flows, that's where money flows. I'll repeat that again, and I want everybody to type it in the chat box. Type it in the chat box. Where energy flows, there money goes. Where energy flows, there money flows, or money goes, whichever way. Wherever you see energy domicile or energy is flowing to, that's where money is flowing to. That's why we say attention is currency. Because wherever your attention is, that's where your energy is directed to. And if you pay attention to that, you realize that it's taking your time, it's taking your money, it's taking your resources, it's taking your energy. By the time everything you give your attention to, by the time you are done, you have no attention left. You have no energy reserved for anything else, even if it is worthwhile, even if it is productive. True or false? Am I communicating at all? By the time you have finished scrolling social media, you have spent 8 hours. And for those of you who are doubting whether you have spent 8 hours, go and check your screen time. Some of you, I'm sure you even have it, even your sleep, you are checking the phone. You are so addicted to the thing. So even the phone, they record you. Say they look am when they sleep. So by the time a lot of all these other irrelevant, frivolous activities are taking much of your time, then you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the resources, you don't have the money to do the things that now matter. Let me tell you something. Every day, people who are highly productive, peak performance, you know what they do? They outline top 3 things that they must accomplish today that move the needle. So no matter any grammar anybody is bringing, no matter anything anybody is bringing, their mind is set on that one or those few things. So each day of the week, each day of the month, make it a priority. What are your top 3 things that move the needle in your business? You sit with it. You cannot be too busy to have time for the things that move needle in your favor. Is somebody listening to me at all? Am I communicating? So when your targets are not met, recruit. Recruiting is one of those high value activity in this business. If nobody ever told you, again, I say it to people all the time, and those who are close to me, I say it. Every person that you bring into the business is a seed. It's also a stream of income. You will need to pour into them. You will need to invest in them. You will need to help them understand how you found yourself here, why you're doing what you're doing, the vision of the organization. And let me quickly reiterate those visions. Let me reiterate the purpose of this company once again. It's not even bearing emphasis because we don't do it so often. The purpose of this business, we are in the business of making lives richer. That's the purpose of the business, to make lives richer. To make lives richer. That is the purpose of the business. Okay? In Lifepage, we believe that if it is not creating and retaining wealth, then it is not Lifepage. We believe that real estate, we are into real estate because it is a vehicle for helping people make wealth or create wealth, also a vehicle for retaining their wealth. That's why we do what we do. When you read our book that is coming out, our book, Hoto, if by any means you made the mistake of not reading the book, may your customers or prospects not be the one telling you that, you mean you work in this company and you know this thing and your life is like this. I'm telling you, I'm sincere with you. It's like, what? See, that book, I don't even want to talk too much about the book. It's the first book I'll be co-authoring in my life. And it's one of the books that we have written and I'm so proud of, because the thing is rich, very rich. So those of you who have been talking about multiple streams of income, I want to create multiple streams of income. Recruit. Recruit. That ends my story, my lecture. I'll continue and try to see if I can finish it next week. Next week, Thursday, will be the last Thursday of the month of October. And then it will be the last one, the last Realtors Forum this month before the Mega Housing Summit, I believe, right? And I want to encourage everyone. Am I correct? I mean, is there another? I thought, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, there's still one more. We still have one more. We still have two more Thursdays. So let's do the very best we can.
Oh,
This is
30th.
yeah. So
30th.
next week and on upper Thursday, we'll wrap it all up, and you don't want to miss it. God bless you. If you have any question, please feel free to ask your questions. Mr. John Oyemechi, the job description is 5. You got everything right, but there's no, it's not 6, it's 5. You got it right. Everything you wrote there is correct. Yes, everything you wrote there is correct, but it's just 5 in total. So if I were you, I would invest in building a team. You don't have a company until you have a team. And your team as a realtor are the catalyst for growth, are the catalyst for scaling income in this business. Listen, I cannot belabor this. I just wish that everybody can understand, because if you see it as a business that it is, and you treat it as a business that it really is, you will not lack money. I was listening to a gentleman, and then the guy said, if every week, if you show up online every week and you build a team and everybody comes, bring their prospects into a room, it's a model that has worked. It's like, it's a, how do I describe this now? Because we don't have a problem of products. We have plenty asset on ground. Do you understand? So it is, how many people can you get into the room? But what determines how many people will buy usually is determined by how many people you have in your team. Is that correct? So let's run some numbers. I don't want to do any illustration now, but let me give you an example. Let's assume that 20% of every company are the ones that make sales. They're the ones that produce, because usually that's the case. In fact, in some instances, it may even be 5%, maybe 10% of the number of people in the team. So the larger the number of people in that 10 to 20% bracket that will be producing. So if you want to increase your revenue, just increase the number of people in your team. Now, don't get it twisted. Some people may not be producing now. That's why I said it's a seed. Everybody you recruit is a seed. They may not necessarily be producing immediately, but in no time, they will be producing if they know what everybody else that is producing know. Does that make sense? So there are people who are producing now who were not producing before. Okay? Because they have now come to the knowledge of what activates sales. So I hope you find everything I've shared helpful. So Mega Housing Summit is a platform where we talk real estate, primarily real estate, land, houses, and all of that. And there are a lot of things that we have packaged for every participant, every attendee during these events. and we have some very crazy, juicy offers that you just don't want to miss. And then you don't need to worry about, can this person afford it? Okpa and I were discussing something, was it yesterday? And then we were discussing about someone that looked so unassuming, and I had to refer the person to someone for legal services. And then the person said, "You didn't tell me that this guy is rich." He said, "How would I have known? There's no way I would have known now." So they don't write billionaire on people's head. They don't. There are many people who are broke. They only look rich, and there are others who look poor, but they are very rich. So you just need to encounter them. And so you never can tell who among the people you will invite have the capacity to pay and do business with you. So your job is get them in. Just get them in. And we have so much package for this event. Don't be told that actually I should have been able to make it, but just make sure that you get into that room and get everybody everybody you genuinely care about into that room. God bless you. Are there any questions?
Okay, thank you very much, OC. So do we have any question in the chat room before we go into the announcement? So we'll come back to the questions. Let me just quickly run through okay, I think Mr. Rodney says, the problem is that I have started inviting people since last month, but was told just last week that the invite link I got from my portal as instructed was a generic link and not my personal link. So people who registered before can't do it again. And this really displeased me. This is, Mr. Rodney, if it's from your portal, it's not generic. If it's from your portal, unless you used.
So this is, it certainly has to be disheartening. If it was me, I would be in fact, I still raised something very similar to this, and I was told that except those people are already customers or partners of Lifepage, that's when it will not be attributed. So please, Rodney, please reach out to Loveth on 0906005747 and to get assistance immediately, please. This is too critical, please. It's too critical. You can't labor for some other people to harvest. No, it's not. That's not how our system works. Do you understand? So this has to be rectified as a matter of urgency. We have another meeting immediately. That's why I had to also end the meeting now. Do you understand? Don't be upset. The reason why I'm not going to be able to talk with you right now on that matter is because we have another meeting immediately after this, and we need to even end it as quickly as possible. So how do you know those who have registered through our link? Please reach out to those numbers for further assistance, please. Thank you. Opie, announcement, please.
Okay, sir. So thank you very much, OC. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's just listen to the following announcement. So tomorrow, our real estate conversation continues, and the focus for the real estate conversation between now till the day of the event is all about the event. So you can still use the real estate conversation as the platform for bringing people for the event. So it's more or less going to be like a taster section before the event itself. Okay. So currently there's ongoing realtor mentoring program that is also that is ongoing, and we are currently on cohort 12. It's a 6 weeks intensive training for realtors, and it has started already. However, you can do well in case you have anybody that you've recruited and you want them to go through that training. You can do well to still register them for the next cohort. However, note that the Real Estate Academy and event set up to educate real estate investor to make smart buying decision holds November 4th and 11th, 2025. That would, so you can please register, and note that the registration fee is 20,000 naira and it attracts 50% commission. These are low-hanging fruits. For those that have, some couple of people have reached out to me, they've not made sales and all of those things. I've encouraged you to take advantage of events. And it's beyond the 25th of October. All these events that we have put together are platforms that you should take advantage of that will help you to get amazing results. So please note also that 25th of October, like we have been talking about, is the Mega Housing Summit. And please do well to also take advantage of that event. The target is each and every one of us is to bring 100 people to that event. Minimum of 100 people must be registered through you. Minimum of 100 people must also come through you. So please also note that our Fidelity account is our major land and housing transaction account. Please keep reminding your customer to make payment through those accounts. And all our housing and land projects are still okay. Our focus should go towards October 25th, which is just 9 days from now, and you'll be glad that you did. So for assistance and inquiries or complaint, connect with your community managers, or you can reach any of our official line on 09060005747 or 09060005737. You can call them or chat them, and I'm very, very sure they will reach out to you. Okay, so Mr. Rodney said, okay, you have reached out to Lovett already. Okay, you have done well. So I want to encourage every one of us this afternoon to make sure that you save those official numbers and reach out to them, and they will guide you from the question Mr. David Ola asked on how you know who have registered under you. They will guide you. The portal is well structured and it will show you who has registered under you. So let's intensify. The fortune is in the follow-up. There's possibility that you have invited somebody before, but you need to set them a reminder and follow up on them so that they will attend the event. Okay? Create a system or a funnel around what you are doing so that you'll be able to, it can be daily, it can be weekly, it can be every other day, not weekly now, because it's just, so the last 3 days you remind them. In fact, it can be twice daily, in the morning, in the afternoon, it's 7 p.m. and all of those things. And guide them. For instance, some of the people I'm inviting, I ask them questions because I know that majority of the people are going to join with their phone. I ask them this question: do you have Zoom on your phone already? That's one of the things I do. And they say, oh, I don't have. I have. Okay, please download Zoom. So I'm already telling you to download Zoom 10 days to the event, not 1 hour into the event. Okay? So very, very important. So I want to appreciate everybody for joining us today, and do well to intensify the effort for bringing people to Mega Housing Summit. So let's have a great and wonderful afternoon. See you again next week, Thursday, same time by 12 noon.
Hello out there, I'm Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. It's that time of the year again when we meet for the annual Mega Summit by Lifepage. I'm so excited because this year I'm going to be sharing with you on Wealth Architecture 2030, how to acquire assets that outlive you. I bought my first property in 1997-98 and it's still producing results up until now. bought my first property outside Nigeria in 2009, and it's still bringing income up until now. I'm happy to let you know that one of the most important things you can do is to acquire cash flow producing assets that will not just produce cash flow for you, but will continue to increase in value over time. And me and host of orders on Saturday, the 25th of this amazing month of October. Guess what? I just launched the Palm Tree Farm, where you can earn for up to 100 years, and generations after you can also earn from it. So these are some of the things we're going to be unveiling in this year's Mega Housing Summit. Don't miss it. See you in class.
Hi friends, you have heard it said that you don't wait to buy real estate. Rather, you buy real estate and wait. The challenge though is that in real estate, one wrong move can set you back in years. And too many people are still learning through painful, expensive mistakes. The truth is that you can't afford to figure this out all by way of trial and error. You need real strategies from people who have actually done it, not just people who have read about it. I have spent over the last 20 years plus in real estate and investment in general, and 13 of those years I've spent them in development that speaks for themselves. At the Mega Housing Summit 2025, I'm bringing you the real playbook. So what are you waiting for? Join us on Saturday, October 25th. This isn't going to be theory. It's 20 years plus of results that is packaged and ready for you. Click the link around this video to reserve your seats. Let's build something that's real.
The hallmark of great men and their journey is that their calendars are punctuated with remarkable days. On the 25th of October 2025, we're going to be having one of the biggest real estate events. We call it the Mega Housing Summit, and it's going to be a global one. Speakers like myself are going to be speaking. Dr. Lumide Emmanuel is going to be speaking, and also Dr. Oladupo Clement is going to be the host of that event. It's going to be the biggest real estate event. So join us on the 25th of October, and it's strictly online. You don't want to miss this for anything at all. Register with the link attached to this video.
Hi friends, you have heard it said that you don't wait to buy real estate. Rather, you buy real estate and wait. The challenge though is that in real estate, one wrong move can set you back in years. And too many people are still learning through painful, expensive mistakes. The truth is that you can't afford to figure this out all by way of trial and error. You need real strategies from people who have actually done it, not just people who have read about it. I have spent over the last 20 years plus in real estate and investment in general, and 13 of those years I've spent them in development that speaks for themselves. At the Mega Housing Summit 2025, I'm bringing you the real playbook. So what are you waiting for? Join us on Saturday, October 25th. This isn't going to be theory. It's 20 years plus of results that is packaged and ready for you. Click the link around this video to reserve your seats. Let's build something that's real.